I have voted throughout my life for Republican. This time he is in the election, I don't think for the American, but just to give him a get out of the jail pass.
It's a proven horse, and you always bet on proven horse. So that's who I'm more likely going with. If I right now had to pick one, I would go with Trump, mainly on economy.
I'm at the stage that I should be able to speak freely myself without being targeted. I think that's about it. This is the reason why I'm leaning toward the Kamala Harris. In reference to this election, I have voted throughout my life for Republican until Trump came in, and I think this time he is in the election, I don't think for the American, but just to give him a get out of the jail pass. That is the only reason I think he's in. As far as economy and inflation, yes, it does matter to everyone. There is no magic wand that he's gonna do it or Kamala is gonna do it. It's gonna and this thing is all over the world, not just the USA. So I don't buy that claim by any candidate that they're gonna do a magic benefit. But what I'm concerned is I can pay a little bit more taxes, but I would consider myself safe whenever I travel anywhere. Also, inflation and economy may not matter that much because I made my money throughout my life. I'm at the stage that I should be able to speak freely myself without being targeted for being the enemy of the within. And I think that's about it. This is the reason why I'm leaning toward the Kamala Harris.
I mean, for me, economy is important. How expensive the things are these days. Of course, the border issues with illegal immigration, at record high.
Right. Now, with the election so close to call, every vote matters. One group that's expected to greatly influence the U.S. election is the Indian American community, one of the most politically active communities in the country at this point. Talk to us about how does the Indian American vote matter and what are they really thinking?
I mean, I can't speak for everyone. Everyone has, feels differently about certain issues. I mean, if I had to guess, a lot of Indian American are business owners, and for them, economy is important. And I think last 4 years we have seen president who has been pretty much absent, and the person who's replacing him said she would change nothing about him, and has also flip-flopped on many issues. For example, fracking. And the person, her running mate, Tim Walz, also lied in 2018 about carrying weapons of war in combat, and was asked in the debate, and you saw what happened. So you can't. Right now I'm undecided. You can't really trust both of them, as to, and they both lie about certain issues, but if I right now had to pick one, I would go with Trump, mainly on economy. You look at like wars under him, we weren't under any wars. You look at Ukraine, Russia, you look at the Middle East, you have like 40-some thousand people die. On one hand we're supplying weapons, and on the other hand we're calling for ceasefire because you don't have a strong leadership.
Right. Now, traditionally, Indian Americans have always been voting for the Democrats, but there are surveys that suggest differently. There has been an uptick in the Indian Americans who support Trump. What's your impression? And this group is largely, men under 40.
I mean, it's mainly, again, I would, this election, they will pretty much look at economy and how the president for last 3.5, I would say, has been absent. And for Indian American, the mindset is business pretty much, and they will vote based on that.
Right. Also, there is a special equation between Prime Minister Modi and Donald Trump. Do you see that play out remotely in this election?
I don't think so. I mean, Modi has gotten along with Trump and Joe Biden. It's not like our relationship are in bad shape, like Canada, for example. So I don't think that has any, causal factor as to, people who support BJP will vote for Trump. Nor that Modi has said anything, openly that, vote for Donald Trump, So I think the relationship was good, whether it's a Democrat or Republican. And you saw Modi come twice. It has not happened in the history of India that, a leader of India was invited twice to speak in USA. So,
I mean, election matters, whether it's this or every 4 years, every vote counts and every vote matters. So between two candidates, one has a proven history of economy, improving economy. So Trump has drilled that, he has mastered it. Kamala, on the other hand, we're not sure, He's going to be the first time. If she wins, hey, congratulations to her. But as far as economies matter, and as a business owner, that is a prime concern for us. And it's a proven horse, and you always bet on proven horse. So that's who I'm more likely going with. I mean, I haven't decided, but again, we're in swing state and we like to keep it secret.
Talk to us about, traditionally, the Indian American voter has always voted for the Democrats. But surveys show that there is an uptick in terms of the Indian American voter voting for the Republicans. Do you see that when you talk to your friends, family, and why is it so?
Yes, I have spoken to many of the friends, it's younger crowd, I'm saying 40 and under. And I see uptick compared to, used to be Democrats, and I voted myself, in several elections for Democrats. But again, cost of milk, cost of bread, it's all going up. And again, I'm not saying it's all, Biden's fault. Again, it's everywhere, all around the world. Everybody's seeing the inflation. And, but again, I would like to see somebody who has proven in the past, who has done for the country, where the economy was in good condition. I would like to give him a chance to make things better again, But again, I haven't decided which direction I'm going to go with, but most likely it's going to be Trump.
Now, swing states matter, and every voice, every vote matters. Indian Americans are spread across all these 7 states. Do you think the Indian American voice really matters in this election?
It does. Everybody's vote counts. And everybody has a right, being U.S. citizen, and I think they should go out and vote, on November 5th. Yes, everybody should vote, and yes, it does matter.